My name is Claudia Brown Coulter from Brown and Culture. I'm a divorce mediator and I help you create a wow, man, I guess it's a Monday thing. Let me try that again. I help you create a customized divorce so that you can uncouple consciously and respectfully. Okay, so today we're talking about how to diffuse conflict when you write. And I'm not talking about writing a paper, I'm talking about writing a text message or an email. Now, you may be watching this and not be going through a divorce, but please stop your scroll because this is something, if you can master this, you will never, ever, ever stop using it. This tool is so powerful. Now, this wasn't my invention, my idea. I got this idea from one of my professors at Pepperdine Law, Bill Eddy. He is based out of San Diego and he runs a high conflict institute. And a lot of his stuff is how do you talk to or respond or deal with people who, might raise the conflict level. But this works for anyone. Okay, so if you're joining me live, please say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And if you're watching the replay, go ahead and hashtag replay. So this is called Biff. I am a huge Back to the Future fan, but even I'm like, Biff, that's kind of cheesy. Let it go. Just ignore it. It's okay. It's powerful. So let's talk about work because I'm sure we've been in a work situation and then we'll transition to divorce. Have you ever been at work and had an email come through accusing you of something that you didn't do? Or really like, you didn't do this, but you're like, but I did do that. You're accusing me of being inefficient or this or that, making some sort of accusations that are against your character or are not fully the truth or are maybe mildly or severely hostile. What is your default reaction? Type that in. What is your default reaction? Is it steam coming out of your ears? Is it, I'm going to fire off that email so quick, I'm going to make their head spin so then they can know that they're the stupid ones. You're probably not stopping to think. And when I say you're probably not stopping to think, you see these fingers, they point back at me. I'm not stopping back to think because I need to defend myself. Yes, you do. But how you choose to defend yourself can further escalate that conflict. And if you are dealing with a boss or maybe a client, it can end not so well in your favor. Now, when you go through a divorce, this person that you were like, because nobody gets married to get divorced, be like, okay, you my first husband, and for my second husband, I'm gonna do this, this, and this. I actually have a friend, she's hilarious. She's been married for like 20 some years. She still introduces her husband. She's like, oh, this is my first husband, just to mess with him. She's crazy. Anyway, we don't get married like, okay, I'm gonna divorce you in about 5 years. No, when we get married, we're like, this is for life. And then life happens and everything falls apart. And the person you married, you're like, you scratching your head like, who this? No, really. Did you get abducted in the middle of the night? Is there like an alien clone here? What happened to you? This is not the person I married. And when you are going through things, because even if you're having an amicable divorce, you're like, okay, you cool, I'm cool, we good, we just not good together, let's get this done. There are still a lot of hurt feelings and disappointment from the death of dreams. People act crazy, even if they're not crazy. People kind of lose themselves. We lose ourselves in this process and we can become hostile, we can become extra sensitive, and then we just kind of escalate things. So, even if you're having the friendliest, nicest, most awesome divorce, it is still likely that you are going to get a text message or an email or maybe there are some court approved apps like Talking Parents or Be Fair or things like that. Or it's not Be Fair, it's Fair, Fayr, that are kind of like a text message, but they record all the data and you can get a PDF printout and submit that in court if you've got an issue. Something's gonna come across and it's going to be full of misinformation or full of accusations or full of something that is going to push your buttons. And sometimes it's okay just not to respond. If you get a nasty email or message, which is always better to get those in writing, and you want to limit your verbal communication, because writing creates a paper trail. And also when you write something, you get a chance to like take a break and just like calm yourself. So you may get something that's like, there's too much sugar in their lunch. Do you know what kind of morning I had? Have you seen all the other lunches I make? That's probably not worth your time responding to. But you may get something, I'm making this up. You may get something that's like, no, they don't start that nice. I just heard from our child that you called my mistress a homewrecker and that I'm a dodo head. Now, the first thing you're thinking is like truth and truth. But you probably, hopefully, you didn't call their father or their mother a dodo head in their hearing, or the new boyfriend or the new girlfriend or the Mr. or the mistress a homewrecker or a hussy or a gigolo. Hopefully you didn't call him that. Don't do that where your kids can hear you. Now, that may be true. You're like, that's true. You are a dodo head. Your job is to diffuse conflict right now. Not because they deserve it, but because you deserve it. You deserve to have peace in your life, right? Okay, so this is what you do. So here's where BIF comes in. It's an acronym and it stands for brief, informative, friendly, and firm. And we're gonna get to that friendly part because you're probably like, I'm not their friend. It's okay. When you're dealing with someone who has made some sort of accusation, especially if it's something outlandish, you want to keep it brief because they are in a state of mind where they are going to find flaws with every single thing that you say or do. And if it is in writing, which is what I encourage you to do, then it is there for them to scrutinize over and over and over again. So if you keep it brief, there's less stuff for them to get their panties in a bunch about, right? There's less stuff for them to do that with. So you keep it brief. One time I was at work and the principal had sent out this long letter. It was like a bright pink sheet of paper. And I was just reading it. I'm like, okay, cool. That's fine, whatever. But other people had issues with her. And somebody came up to me and was like, Claudia, did you see this? This says we will do this, and we will do that, and we will do this. And I was like, I don't think she meant it that way. But she was so verbose that there were so many words on that page that people could take apart and take offense at. So you're keeping it brief to protect yourself. Don't give them any ammunition. You're going to keep it informative. Hi, Sharon. It's so nice to have you here. Thanks for watching. You're going to keep it informative. So you're going to really quickly tell them. You're not going to inform them. Actually, the fact of the matter is you are a dodo head. And that person is a homewrecker. You know what? You keep it informative. They brought that to your attention. You're going to tell them what you do in your home. I'm going to give you an example at the end. You're going to keep it friendly. Now, some people that I know like to call it neutral. I'm going to keep a neutral tone because I want to be friends with my ex. Please don't be friends with your ex. I prefer friendly. You do whatever you want. I prefer friendly because it's a reminder to me to be nice. It's a reminder to me to be respectful. So if neutral does that for you, do that. So friendly is like, good morning, thank you, And then you keep it firm. You don't be wishy-washy like, maybe, I don't know, I'll work. You keep it firm. You keep it brief and firm. So if someone accuses you of calling them to your child a dodo head, you called me a dodo head, and my new wife, a mistress, or my whatever, or a home, whatever, then this is how you respond. Dear soon-to-be ex, right? Because that's not their wife or husband yet. Dear soon-to-be ex, thank you for bringing this to my attention. See, thank you is friendly. To clarify, we do not use that type of language here. I only teach respect for his father or his mother. And then that's pretty much it. We do not use that language in this home. I teach him respect for his other parent. You have a great day. Sincerely, or you have a great day, the one that got away. Whatever. Okay? That's it. That's it. You give them the truth. There's hostility there. There's misinformation that you called somebody a dodo head. You give them the truth. And you're telling them really firmly, I do not allow our child to say that language. I do not use that language about you. But really, what was that? 3 sentences. Dear soon-to-be ex, thank you for bringing this to my attention. We do not use that language in our home, and I advocate the highest respect for you. Have a great day. Sincerely, the one that got away. You're done. Now, if they continue to, give you a written diatribe of things, you don't actually have to respond. But I love this technique. I actually help someone, I'll sit with you. I'll help you write this out. I sat with someone and it was a roommate situation. We wrote a letter like this. It was a little bit longer, but we were very careful so that there was specific language so that there wasn't too much to analyze of you don't like me and this and this and this. So when you write your email, until you get good at this, what you're going to do is you're going to send this to someone that you trust, your sister, your brother, your friend, and ask them these questions. Is it brief? Okay, you check that box off. Is it informative? Because notice I didn't rage. I wasn't like, I can't believe you would think that I would ever say that about you. Don't you know me better than that? That is not necessary. That's what we want to say. Not necessary. You want to, don't do that. It's informative. And you may have that in there and somebody be like, we need to take that out. Take it out. Take it out. Is it friendly? Do you say good morning? Do you say hello? Do you, that's all I mean about friendly. Is your tone like you're a jerk? That's not, gotta be friendly. And is it firm? You're not wishy-washy. Well, actually, sometimes, but I try to, temper my language around him. Firm. We don't do that. I teach respect. That's it. So you want your friend to look at it and go, is it friendly? Is it brief? Check. Is it informative? Check. Is it friendly? Check. Is it firm? Check. You press that send, you're done. Most of the time, you won't get a response back. And if you are at work and you send an email about that, like that, that's great. That's great. You know what the side effect is besides you diffusing conflict? You feel amazing. Honestly, you do. You're just kind of like, I can't say it. Right? I can't say that on Facebook Live, but that's how you feel. You're like, oh yeah, I got this. I got this. Look at that. They ain't gonna come with the comeback, and they don't. Okay, I'm probably way too excited about this, but I love this so much because I know it can change your life. It can change any aspect of your life if you've got to deal with someone who's being hostile to you in writing or accusing you of things that you didn't do. So I want to know how it goes for you. So go ahead and write down how it goes. If you've ever experienced anything like this where you got like blindsided, I should have asked this earlier, but I forgot. If you've ever gotten blindsided and something comes across your desk, you're like, where'd that come from? That's not true. I want to know. I'm really, really curious. So to recap the steps, and I'll put something in writing for you tomorrow so you have these written down. You want to, in your written communication, it's Biff. Think about Biff, that annoying character from Back to the Future. Brief, informative, friendly, and firm. Okay, guys, that's all I've got for you today. Listen, I've been in your shoes. I know divorce can be scary, but I have faith in you and you can do this. And I'm here to help you be empowered and stay calm. I can't wait to come back and read what you wrote and respond to you. You guys have a great day and really practice this Biff thing because you're going to feel like a rock star when you got it down. You're going to like feel untouchable because you will be. All right. Thanks, Sharon, for your comments. I so appreciate it. Thank you, everyone who watched and joined live. You have a great day.